Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the evening session, day 19 of 28 Days to a New Consciousness. And we begin, of course, right now. Hosted live on the Awaken the World page. Hello, hello, hello. Surprise, surprise, we beat everyone here this evening. That's okay. A glorious Tuesday to you. Kelly and I were just commenting on how a whole week has gone by since the last time we'd gone to Vernon to do some shopping, and it literally just disappeared. I mean, poof, it's gone. So this morning we talked about how in our experiences with others that it's not personal. What's going on with them, you don't own unless you choose to own it. You can go ahead and take fault. You can become the victim. You can accept blame. You can do all those things. None of those things are going to serve you. None of those things are going to help you out. Did you manage to find your way on? Could you make a comment then, please? Let people know that you're there. Thank you, sweetie. Sorry about that. I always like Kelly to comment when she gets online so that, I'm aware that she's made it and we're all aware that she's here too. So that'll happen sooner or later. She'll find us and we'll get online with this. So, this is about, this is the issue we face. And why does it feel so personal if it's not personal? Well, it all has to do with how ego functions. And the way ego functions is through maintaining and adding to its conception itself of self wherever possible. So we will find if we have bought into our identity. Hello, Carol. Nice to see that you made it here this evening. Kelly, I don't know. She doesn't appear to be able to find us this evening, and I'm not.
Actually already commented, and Carol's right below me.
I don't see you there at all.
Yeah, I'm here.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, make another comment, because according to my screen, you don't exist.
Oh dear.
My wife just disappeared. Poof, she's gone. Who are you, strange lady sitting over there holding my cat? It's not personal, don't worry. But why does it feel so personal? And this is really important to understand, okay? The reason it feels so personal is because the ego functions on a level of whether energy is adding to it or subtracting from it. Now, that would seem to sound like, well, if it's something good for me, then that adds energy, and if it's something bad for me, then that subtracts energy. Well, that's not really the case, because of course we can develop an ego identity of what we know as the victim mentality, when very much of who you are is tied up in the idea that you're the victim. And I apologize, it doesn't look like it's Kelly, it looks like it's an issue with Facebook. I'm not actually seeing a single comment coming up, so I do apologize. And honey, if you're seeing the comments, you can relay to me anything I need to know. Thank you very much. Yeah. So this is what happens, okay? Whatever you're using to prop up your egoic sense of self, be it that victim mentality, superiority, any of those sort of things, when we are in the process of engaged with another, we are taking it personally from the point of view of ego. Because when ego feels something is being taken away from it, i.e., part of its belief structure, part of the way it's felt about something, it experiences a drop in its energy. And of course, that is frightening to ego. So ego tries to build that energy back up. And judgment is one of those things that is especially wrapped around the feeling of how powerful we feel at an egoic level. And I'm going to explain this. When you're a Christian, for example, and I was one, so I can speak from this on my authority as a previous Christian, And Kelly was the same, although she was far worse than I was when it came to that. We will judge someone as not being a Christian and therefore going to hell. Now, in that, we may say that we feel sorry for them, that God loves them and we love them and we don't want them to suffer and go to hell. But underlying that judgment we have made, there is an unconscious spoken uplifting thing to the ego that increases the ego's energy, and it happens at an unconscious level, and that is I, however, am better than you. I am more than you. I am in the club. I am going to heaven. You are not. You are doing something wrong, and I am doing something right. Now, in this case, the rightness of what you perceive is inflating your egoic sense of self. And if someone tries to convince you that you're not right, well, you're going to get angry. This is the surest way to know whether or not someone is acting from their egoic self or not. Someone who is acting from a state of knowing within them and they're unattached to it and they're not ego involved in it will never get angry at you disagreeing with their point of view or questioning their point of view. So in many situations we find ourselves in, we will find that energy of taking it personally rising within us as if there's a feeling of something being done to us, something against us. Learn to be okay with that. Learn to watch and do nothing. Learn to sit by the stream and see the stream of thoughts that come in relation to that, and be okay with feeling less of the self you thought you were. The first time you do it, it's rather difficult. But after that, you're going to come to realize, well, wait a minute. When I'm okay with the sense of a loss of my egoic energy, I'm actually more at peace within. I am more still. I am calmer. Because you're not allowing that energy to rise up and you to form the same old reactions to try and reinflate your position. And you'll see this on Facebook, for example, in Eckhart Tolle study groups and other so-called enlightened groups where people will argue their points incessantly. Reply after reply after reply, and some of them get rude and angry and upset and frustrated. You know, and I had commented on a post earlier a couple days ago, and I had responded once. And that was it. Kelly, watching the replies in, her own ego was trying to drive her to respond out of a function of building herself back up in her position in our relationship and building herself up through defending what she feels is the truth. And of course, the truth need no defense. When you are fully accepting and no longer believe but know deep within you, you really cease to worry about that. This applies to all avenues of your life. The reason we take it so personally is ego views everything in terms of it being built up or broke down. Be wary of allowing your ego to be built up. Self-aggrandizement. Another one to be wary about is recognition from your peers. I mean, now this can look really nice on the surface, but what it usually entails is building the ego up again. You know, to be honest, I'm kind of happy when people just think I'm crazy. It's a really great place to be. It truly is. Learn to watch for the sense that you feel it's personal in your interactions, in your day-to-day existence, and allow yourself to step back from that and understand that it's not personal. It's a struggle for energy that the ego is perceiving as being taken from it or added to it. And that is not your energy field. That is the energetic form of ego consciousness that is part of the whole of ego consciousness, manifesting in an apparent individual. Much love to you this evening. I hope this helps you in your journey towards conscious awakening, towards presence, towards living and staying in the now. And of course, we look so forward to seeing you in the morning tomorrow for the morning session of day 20 of 28 Days to a New Consciousness. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. And namaste.